Hey there, my name is Lexi, and you are tuned in for the hot take. Now, today's hot take comes from Twitter, from the page at SayCheeseDGTL. Bow Wow wants labels to bring back artist development. Bow Wow writes, "Can we please bring back artist development at these labels? Do these labels even care about these artists? Y'all be throwing them on platforms knowing they not ready. A boxer is trained and taught before battle. We just keep throwing these subpar ass artists out here with no proper teaching." And I need to agree with my boy Bow Wow. It's really sad out here. Now, if you've been listening to me for a while, then you know I got beef with the industry. I don't necessarily like the music industry, entertainment industry in general, but music is probably the worst section of it. And over the past few years, probably the past 10 years, there's been a steady decline of artist development. Why is this happening? This is happening because social media has really thrown off a lot of things, in my opinion. In my opinion, it starts with the social media. Unfortunately, there is a focus on instant gratification and online validation, and there's a focus on the perception of how things look versus the reality of how things are. And so when this started to become a thing with social media, people only advertising their highlight reels, basically, now what we're seeing is everyone following suit as if like this is the validation that everybody measures their success on now, right? How many followers do you have? How much engagement do you have? How many likes? How many comments? And it should have been, are you able to influence those followers and translate them into actual sales? But that's another conversation for another day. But all of that to say that it's trickled into the music industry because labels stopped caring about the talent aspect of it. The mainstream industry stopped caring about the talent aspect of the artistry. Back in my day, labels put out quality mainstream artists. Not to sound too old, but literally I remember not having to work this hard to find quality music because the industry valued the talent and the partnership. I don't know if you could really call it a partnership based on some of the contracts we've heard about, but I'll call it a partnership. The partnership in the label and the artist getting together is the artist comes with a talent. The label helps with the packaging and the marketing and promotion of that talent and helping the artist to find the audience. And the two are valuable to one another. But these days, it's not really. First off, labels want you to come already developed. Labels don't want to have to put in the work of figuring out your presentation, and they don't want to put in the work of figuring out, what your sound is going to be and who your audience is going to be, who you're most likely to hold and grab the attention of as a demographic. And they don't want to do media training, even though everybody desperately needs it, to include myself. Everybody needs that social media training. And the labels, they just don't want to. It stems from the money, right? Nobody wants to put up millions of dollars. And here's where social media and streaming got everybody effed up, right? Nobody wants to put up millions of dollars to develop an artist in an industry where you're not even seeing an equitable return through the streams. So in a world where 1,500 streams equals one sale and one stream is like a tenth of a penny, what label wants to put up $1 million developing an artist, giving them studio time, giving them a wardrobe, giving them a makeover, giving them writers and producers and, paying all of these people and paying every step of the way, everything that it takes to make this artist packageable and to make this artist marketable and to present this artist to the public? Labels don't want to spend that money and that time anymore. they don't want to play that long game because everyone has fallen into the instant gratification mindset thanks to social media, unfortunately. So Bow Wow says, can we please bring back artist development at these labels? You got to think Bow Wow is coming from a time where, and we don't have any Bow Wows. Like that's how, but anyway, Bow Wow is coming from a time where a label would sign you and you wouldn't do nothing for 2 years, but train, work out, eat right, write songs, write music, be in the studio for, 12 hours a day, 5 days out the week. Like it's a full-time job. And you did not hit a stage. You did not speak in interviews. You didn't do anything until somebody at the label felt you were ready, right? But I agree with him that nowadays anybody is being thrown up on these platforms and anybody is being given an audience, but they're not garnering the audience from the talent. They're garnering the audience from the popularity and then signing these people who are not really artists. They're just popular people or they're popular influences who felt like they wanted to step into the studio one day. And then they're giving them the contract and giving them the machine behind them to further push whatever shock factor this person got viral off of. So labels, unfortunately, are chasing virality. They're chasing followers, even though, like I said, this is an issue of perception. So people are worried about the perception of things versus what the reality is. Anybody can buy numbers, and this is proven. Anybody can buy streams. Anybody can buy followers. You can buy likes. You can buy comments. But for some reason, we keep using this metric, this digital metric, to measure success. And so when you get somebody that they do something, either they're buying the followers, right? Or they do something shocking to gain that attention and gain that popularity. Now they suddenly have the attention because the label no longer has to put in the work of garnering an audience for the artist. So if they can capitalize off of somebody who already has an audience, they don't care about the development part, because the whole point of developing an artist back then was to package them in a way to be able to present them in an appeasing way to the public. But if somebody is showing that they already have that attention from the audience, then yeah, why would a label spend millions of dollars and 2 to 4 years developing somebody when the end goal has already been realized in a sense, right? Now, I think where the labels are really messing up is nobody, and this is, I think, all industries across this capitalistic country of America that we live in, right? The problem is that nobody is worried about longevity. With longevity comes sustainability. Everybody is always only thinking about the profits and the consistent upward spike, right? But that's just not sustainable. And at some point, things will fall off. I need to do another chat on this, but I don't think it's a bad thing to plateau. Plateau represents stability. Plateau represents a level that can be maintained. You've reached a certain height and you can maintain this level. So I need to do another, I don't know, like a, what do you call it? An excerpt, a section, a segment. That's what it is. I need to do another segment on that. But yeah, the issue is it's not about sustainability. It's about cashing in as quickly as you possibly can before that bubble bursts, before that line takes a downturn, before the chart takes a downturn. And that's the unfortunate part about where we are with music right now and where we are with the industry. It's not about the talent. The talent is no longer the foundation. The foundation is now the numbers and the perceived audience that you have. So I feel it too, Bow Wow. I feel it too. I really do. But anyway, that's my hot take for today. My name is Lexi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, peace.